If you are here and you're new to Forex, I'm sure you've heard so many times of people say gold is very, very volatile. So it's very dangerous for you to trade if you're completely new to Forex. So it's actually safe for you to stay away from gold. You've heard this advice from so many traders. But one thing I always like to tell all my mentees is that no risk, no rally. If you're not ready to take any risk as a Forex trader and you want to stick to doing what's safe all the time, if you want to practice safety and not taking a risk on the market, you realize that you might be making profits, you might not be losing money, but your growth will be stagnant. So one thing I always say is that regardless of what people say about it, you need to have your own experience with it so you can learn from it. If you're new to Forex and you're scared of trading gold, this video is actually made with you in mind. I made this video especially for you. If you're not also new to Forex and you're also looking for a very simple way you can take advantage of trading gold on the market, I also made this video especially for you. I'll give you a few rules to take into account anytime you're trying to trade gold or any volatile instrument on the market. Jot down every single thing you hear from this video because it is extremely going to change how you see the market. The first thing you need to do if you are trying to catch a solid trade on gold is the direction. Basically, is it a rising or is it a dropping? So once you have the direction right, what you need to do next is now find your entry. So the first one is the direction, then the second one is basically your entry. You want to jump in at a point where there is lower probability of you going into drawdowns. If I say drawdowns, all I mean with drawdowns is basically your trade going in the opposite direction for some time before it eventually moves in your favor. So once you have this entry, you want to have your risk management in place. The risk management is what informs you on how much to risk on that particular trade and how much to also target on that trade. So if you have a good risk management, you realize that what you intend to make on any trade is actually way more than what you actually risk. So right after setting the risk management in place, the next thing you want to do is your execution, placing the trade. As far as the execution goes, anytime you're executing a trade, what I always say is that you have two things. Either you are willing to put all your lot sizes forward, make all your profits on the exit, or you want to jump in first, see how the market behaves. If it gives you an opportunity to add more positions risk-free, and then you can actually do that. So once you have that in place, basically after your execution, what you do next is basically your trade management, knowing when to take some of your positions, when to close all your trades, and then all that. So in today's video, we'll be going through a complete chronological order with a practical example of a trade I took with my community. I'll be explaining to you in detail how I use all these concepts to take this particular trade. If you are new to this channel, this is the only place you want to learn Forex. My name is KOMMONFOREX and I've been trading Forex for the past 5 years. And I want you to subscribe to this channel. You also want to like this video, leave a comment, share with as many struggling traders as you know as possible. Smash the notification bell so you get notified anytime I go live or anytime I drop a new video. So without wasting my time, let's jump right into the chat and then look at a practical example and then learn something new today. You remember one thing I told you in my last YouTube video, that it's actually very safe if you're actually taking your trades from the lower time frame perspective. So basically now you're looking at gold on the 50 minutes time frame. You can see my resistance zone, my support zone. Now we want to see if the market is actually going to reverse at the resistance or it's going to be a breakout from this particular point. The first thing we want to do is we want to take advantage of the direction. We want to know what direction this market is going in, what trend the market is in. So you can currently see that we have some sort of uptrend forming from here. So higher high, higher low, and then another higher high, and then we have this higher low here. So we want to see if it's going to continue the uptrend, so we know that this is the direction we are currently in. So we simply wait and see how the market behaves. Now what do you see? You have a strong bullish candle closing beyond this particular point, which is what we call a breakout. We are expecting the market to keep going in the upward direction that it is going in, which also goes a long way to inform us that the trend is still actually going up. So the first way you can actually take advantage of this trade is by taking a buy position here. But this is actually not where I even took this trade. I actually missed out on this trade. But if you're able to get your entry on this particular trade, you realize that you need just one candle to make all the money you need to make. So you realize that this simple single candle from here gives you over 70 pips. You're basically done for the day. Within 15 minutes, you've made 70 pips. If your lot size is 0.1, that is $70. If it's one lot, that is basically $700 in 15 minutes. You can make as much as you can from the market, regardless of the time frame you're trading in, regardless of your location, regardless of whatever goes on the market. So if you like what you're watching today, I want you to just take some time, smash that like button, also look down below and then hit that subscribe button, also smash that notification bell so you receive a notification anytime I go live or anytime I drop a video on YouTube. Let's get back to the video. So right after the candle does this, like I said, I missed out on this trade. I was basically now waiting for the market to either come to this particular resistance and then give me another entry here so I can continue to take advantage of the breakout, or I eventually get a retest. A retest basically means that now I'm expecting the market to come and hit this zone again and then go all the way up. We've already established that uptrend prevails. So now what we need next is be able to find an entry. So basically we are now looking for our entry. We want to see if we're going to have a retest right after here. So realize that now the market starts approaching the previous resistance again, turning it into now what's the support. So clearly now we had our retest here, and this was basically where I took this trade now. So breakout, retest. If you miss the breakout, you can still take advantage of the retest. If you want to understand the strategy in detail, go back and watch my video on break and retest. I'm going to leave that at the end of this video so you take time and then watch. So now basically long position here. Stop loss, you basically know where stop loss is going to be. So let's say you are targeting this particular price. What we do next is the execution I talked about. So execution, which is the third, we have this solid bullish presence here after the retest. Tweezer bottom, this candle also open and close right after that. So initial gave us about 40 pips. Then after making 40 pips on this trade, you realize that you actually pulled back, came back into a bit of drawdown. And this is where you learn how to manage your trades. Once your stop loss is in place and you've taken some of your profits off the board, you can actually hold your trades without fear. You are still seeing a retest zone here. So obviously you are waiting to see if the market is actually going to break this previous resistance, turn into a support zone and go up, or it's actually going to break it and go all the way down. So what do we have here now? We actually wait to see how the market behaves on that level. So now, first candle, you realize that it actually goes to hit it again, pulls back slightly above it. Then finally, strong bullish candle now takes us back up. So like I said, you can easily take another trade when the market gets back to your entry, which gives you another opportunity to make over 60 pips added to your previous 40 pips. Then the next candle smashed our final take profit, as you can clearly see. So once it starts pulling back, we are still expecting to see if it's going to continue the trend we already see. So now, like I said, trend continuation. Basically, you look at the higher highs and then higher lows and you use them to take advantage. So guys, these are basically the rules I want you to practice and then take into account as a beginner anytime you are trading gold. Direction, entry, execution, trade management, risk management. So that's what you need to understand. Take all these 5 into account. You realize that once you have all the rules in place, you can now practice them, perfect them, and make some trades for yourself. So guys, before we leave, you remember in my last video, I talked about the fact that I'm holding another advanced forex trading class. It's happening on the 24th, 25th, 26th, as well as the 31st of this month at exactly 4 p.m. GMT. So if you want to learn how I trade, understand all the principles I use, all the various strategies I use, my exit and an entry strategy, my day trading, scalping, and swing trading technique, every single thing I've taught you in this video, a complete package, and it's actually going to be a live class, not a recorded class for you. So you get to ask me all your questions, take advantage of this class, and it's going for just $120. And you can actually be a part of this class irrespective of your geographical location, because it's actually going to be an online class on Zoom at exactly 4 p.m. GMT on the 24th, 25th, 26th, as well as the 31st of May. If you find this video extremely helpful, I want you to like this video, share with as many struggling traders you know as possible. If you are new to this channel, also make sure you subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so you get it anytime I go live or anytime I drop a new video. You can also keep up with me on my socials, KOMMONFOREX on Instagram, KOMMONFOREX on Telegram, KOMMONFOREX on TikTok, KOMMONFOREX on X as well. As always, I'm KOMMONFOREX and I hope I left you better than I found you. See you all in the next one.